Welcome everybody to the Science of Golf Performance presented by Par for Success. My name is Bobby. I'm the Director of Physical Therapy and Research here at Par for Success. Right now we're getting into the hot summer months. People are starting to play a lot of golf. Maybe the ground's a little firm, that Bermuda grass is growing out real thick, the bunkers are chunky, right? And a lot of people are complaining about elbow pain. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm basically going to give you the approach that we use here at Par for Success to guarantee that your elbow pain is going to get fixed. Now, just because I'm going to lay out this kind of simple three-step process doesn't mean it's easy to do, but I want to make sure that you're not doing the wrong things and completely wasting your time before you actually get some help and get this fixed. We don't want to waste any time during this beautiful golf season. We want to be out there playing, swinging faster, playing better, and hurting less all at the same time. If you find this video informative, I would love it if you left me a comment. If you like the video, that helps my ego, and then if you subscribe to our channel, you'll get all of our other wonderful content that we put out. So what I want to start off with is addressing muscles, soft tissue work, okay? I have a lot of people that come to me and they say, Bobby, I've been dealing with this elbow pain for 6 months and I've tried everything. I go, well, tell me what everything means. And a lot of people go, well, I've gotten a massage, or I've tried to work on the muscles, or I've used ice, I've used heat, I use a little brace. I grabbed this towel to kind of represent the hot packs that we don't have here at Par for Success, because I'm going to tell you, they're useless. They don't do anything. What we do to address muscles is soft tissue work. And here's the 3 things that I see people mess up all the time that if you were to fix these, I bet you would start to feel better. So the first thing is they're not using a good implement, and they're certainly not using enough pressure with that implement. So I've got here a golf ball. Pretty much every single one of y'all watching will have a golf ball. So it's very convenient, easy to use, right? And what I see a lot of people do is they'll grab this golf ball and they'll say, well, it hurts right here, so I'm gonna press and rub on it. And it doesn't get any better, okay? Well, that's not gonna work. I guarantee you that. What's gonna work is actually finding the specific trigger points that are existing in the muscle and then addressing them with constant, pretty intense pressure. Now, the other trick is that even if I have pain here in my elbow, that doesn't mean that this is where the problem is, all right? This is the #1 mistake I see people make, is they go, well, that's where it hurts, so that's where you gotta press. No, it's not the case, all right? A lot of the muscles in the wrist and the forearm exist down here. They're not up here where the pain is. Simultaneously, you can have really tight, tender muscles on the inside of the forearm that are gonna pull and yank on the joints on the top of the forearm, right? So if you never address this side, this type of pain will probably never get better. Same thing if your pain is on the inside of the elbow, which we'll talk about later. Then, and if you don't address these guys, you can't guarantee that this is going to get better, all right? So the biggest mistake with soft tissue work is kind of just rubbing the area, being too light, not addressing all of the different areas, and then not applying good, consistent pressure for a long enough time. Now, most people, I tell, hey, you need to do this every single day if you want these muscles to get better, right? If you're at the point where you're having elbow pain that's stopping you from playing golf, your muscles are so far gone, causing that pain and discomfort, you're gonna need some consistent effort to get them to release and feel better. So ditch the ice, ditch the heat. Hopefully we can ditch the ibuprofen, ditch the wrist brace, the elbow brace, because it's probably not helping your golf swing or your elbow pain. Grab yourself a golf ball, start actually finding trigger points that are in your forearm and your elbow, and start actually digging into those muscles and working on them. All right, so the next thing, when people tell me, hey, I've tried everything, is they'll mention, well, I found some wrist exercises on YouTube and I tried those out. I go, fantastic, we're gonna definitely do some of those. Tell me what type of weight you've been using. And most of them say, well, at home I've got, a 3-pound or a 5-pound dumbbell. And, I just saw that you're supposed to lift and drop and lift and drop. And, I've been doing this for 3 months and I haven't gotten any better. I go, well, do I have the solution for you? Because guess what? The 5-pound weight might be a great place to start for most people, but it's not going to be your ultimate solution, right? So the #2 mistake I see people doing is not that they're doing the wrong exercises, is that they're not using enough load, all right? The golf swing is a pretty fast, honestly pretty violent movement, and you need to have really strong, powerful wrists and hands to be able to get the ball out of that thick rough or get it out of the fairway on a really tight lie and get the type of ball flight you want, right? So the biggest mistake people are making, again, is not that they're doing the wrong exercises, is that they're not progressing and using enough weight that's actually going to get you stronger and healthier muscles as you're going along. All right, so you don't need to necessarily start out with the big 25-pound, but if you're never getting past the 5-pound weight, then I'm going to tell you right away, your elbow pain is not going to get better to the point that it's completely gone. All right, so this is the third, and this is the most important, and this is the hardest step of trying to fix your elbow pain, and it's actually taking an in-depth look at your golf swing, okay? I know this is what completely separates us as experts in the golf swing from any other medical provider who might be able to help basic wrist and elbow pain, is taking a look from a biomechanics standpoint, what's going on in your golf swing, why is that happening because of physical limitations in your body or technical limitations that need the help of biomechanics and swing instruction expertise, all right? So here's the most common things that I see, and it actually has almost no relation to the elbow and wrist until the moment of impact with the golf ball. So what I see a lot of times is people complaining about elbow pain on their trail arm, all right? So if I'm a right-handed golfer, that's gonna be my right arm. It could be either on the inside or the outside. I've actually seen both really recently, but both were because of some classic swing faults and really bad impact positions that not only were causing that wrist and elbow pain, but were causing that golfer to not play, nearly as well as they're used to playing, right? So the very common thing that we'll see when we take someone through a 3D biomechanics assessment is this kind of an impact position, right? Where maybe the weight is not transferred forward, I'm hanging back, which is causing me to flip, right? I'm not rotating my hips towards the target, which is causing my club face to try to close through impact. And I've got this gnarly kind of club face in front of hands position, which is literally like playing razor's edge contact with the golf ball. And this is what one of the guys I was working with was experiencing, is he said, I can still hit some great shots, but most of my shots are chunky, they're going hard left, they're spinning way too much, I'm not getting the distance I'm used to. Oh, and by the way, my elbow really hurts and I can hardly play without taking a bunch of Advil beforehand. So a lot of times, yes, you can do the soft tissue work, you can do the strengthening exercises, but if you never get your golf swing assessed, then you're gonna be leaving not only golf performance on the table, but you're also gonna be taking kind of a chance on if this elbow pain is actually going to get better, right? In my experience, there is no amount of soft tissue work and strength that you can do that's going to completely overcome a really flippy, turny, poor impact position. Now, you don't have to look like Nelly Corda or a John Rahm at impact to have pain-free elbows, right? You just need to be a little bit better than really, standing up tall, early extended, and kind of flipping through impact. So if you can get your body, your whole body assessed, and you can get your swing looked at from a biomechanical standpoint, I can guarantee you with all three of these steps, you can completely get rid of that elbow pain, and as a nice little side effect, you can play some better golf too. Now, here's the cool part about what we do at Par for Success, right? Obviously, we have all the technology in the world here in our Raleigh, North Carolina facility. But if you can't make it here, say you're out in Oregon or you're in Kansas, you're not going to come to Raleigh. We do have ways that we can work with you completely remote that takes the stuff that we found from all of our technology here in our in-house facility, and we can apply that virtually and basically get you the same assessment without having to come here in person. Right, so if you're interested in doing that, we have all sorts of resources online, right? You could do the free virtual home assessment if you want to. You can chat with one of our staff members totally free. We're happy to talk to you how we can help you out, listen to your specific situation, and figure out, hey, are there any of these 3 steps that I just talked about that you have missed that's causing this elbow wrist pain to linger far beyond where it should? So we have tons of different options because our goal is to kind of get rid of as much misinformation as possible and obviously help as many people as we can. So last thing, if you liked what I said today, if you found it helpful, useful, again, for my ego's sake, please like the video. That would make me feel good. Feel free to leave a comment saying like, hey, yeah, this really resonated with me. I'm dealing with some elbow pain and it sounds like I'm missing some things. Or, hey, maybe you're someone who's worked with us and you're like, this is exactly what got me great results. Throw us a comment, all right? Last thing, we've got a whole bunch of other educational content on our YouTube channel. If you could subscribe, you're gonna get the latest content straight to your inbox and notifications wherever those go. So thanks for listening and watching, and we'll talk to you soon.